Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell appears to have the votes he needs to move forward with President Trump's nominee to the Supreme Court, whoever that may be. Now, Trump tweeted he'll make his announcement on Saturday. And this morning, GOP Senator Mitt Romney said that person deserves to be considered.
I recognize that we may have a court which has more of a conservative bent than it's had over the last few decades. But my liberal friends have, over many decades, gotten very used to the idea of having a liberal court. And that's not written in the stars.
Now, that leaves only two Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, who believe the Senate should hold off. It would have taken 4 to block a presidential nomination. And some Republican senators who are facing tough re-election campaigns are embracing this fight. Georgia Senator David Perdue is proposing a constitutional amendment to prevent Democrats from packing the court. Senator Kelly Loeffler, also of Georgia, has been quick to tout that she was one of the first to come out to support the president's decision. So, Kelly, part of the calculus here is that they're betting that the Supreme Court fight will galvanize their base and perhaps give them a boost at the ballot box.
There's also, Elon, a lot of debate over whether there should be a nominee and confirmation hearings before the election. It's interesting to watch those candidates who are in kind of more closely contested states. We've had in the past 24 hours Gardner, we've had Grassley, now we have Mitt Romney coming out and saying they'll advance it. What do the polls say?
Yeah, so we talked to likely voters at the national level, along with Change Research, and what we saw was that a clear majority, 57%, said that President Trump and the Senate should not move forward. Now, when you drill down to some of our key battleground states, the numbers are a little bit lower. 52% of likely voters think that President Trump should not fill the seat if he loses the election. 43% believe that he should. It is clear, though, that this issue is top of mind. 57% of likely battleground voters say the Supreme Court is very important to their decision. What's interesting about that number, too, is that this issue ranks highly among more Democrats than it does Republicans. So, again, that conventional wisdom that a Supreme Court vacancy creates more energy on the right than it does the left, that may not hold true this time around.
Elon, let me sort of change the conversation with some facts as I understand them. There have been 29 times when there's been a vacancy on the Supreme Court during an election year. 19 of those times, both the Senate and the White House were controlled by the same party. And on 17 of those occasions, if I'm recalling the numbers correctly, that nominee was indeed confirmed during the election year. On 10 occasions, the White House and the Senate were held by different parties, and only once was the nominee confirmed before the election. On 2 other occasions, the nominee was confirmed after the election, but before the new Congress took over. So that means that on 7 of those 10 occasions where the White House and Congress were held by others, the nominee didn't move forward or did not succeed. Those are the facts, and it seems to be balled up. Today's debate seems to be balled up into whether it is appropriate to consult and have these kinds of things. And generally, it looks like we have had consultation before and during the election year.
Well, history may be long, but voter memories tend to be short. And I think what a lot of people are focused on is what happened in 2016. So public opinion here, according to our polling, has been very clear. And I think that it's also important to remember this strategy from the Republicans in some of those purple states, turning purple states, could end up backfiring. I think that is the concern. There is historical precedent to consider, but there are political ramifications that come from the decisions that senators are making today, and many of them are walking a very fine line. The argument that you just laid out, Tyler, is a complicated and nuanced one to make to voters with just a few weeks left before the election.
Well, you know, you've given the best line of the day. History may be long, but voters' memories are short. And I think that's really a critical point to remember on this one and many other things as well.